What if you could get paid just for playing games, watching videos, and even reading ebooks? That's exactly what the Earnne app claims to offer. But is it really that simple, or is there more going on behind the scenes? I have tested it, and in this video I'll show you what actually happens once you start using it. And make sure you stick around to the end, because I'll also share some options that might be better alternatives if you are serious about making some extra money from your phone. If you're new here, my name is Michael and I have tested hundreds of money-making apps and websites. And today I'm diving into Earnne. It's an app that some of you have asked me about, and it promises you can get paid just by playing, watching and learning. But does it actually deliver? I'll break down exactly how it works, what's good, what's frustrating, and most importantly, whether it's worth your time. So let's start by going over who can join, and from what I've been able to find out, you can join Earnne from basically all countries, and you can see it's both available for Android and iOS devices. On the website it says here very clearly you can get paid to play, watch or learn, and that you can earn up to $100 per game and up to $5 per survey. And I'll show you inside, and then I'll show you what you can really expect to earn. And on the app page here also you can see it says here that you can, for example, also make money by reading ebooks and by completing courses. So it all sounds quite good, but let me now show you inside so you can see what it really offers to find out if it's actually worth your time. So I have now logged into the Earnne app, and the dashboard is fairly user-friendly. You can quite quickly get an overview of the different types of tasks. So as you can see, it looks very promising. You can play games, watch videos, read books, or learn courses. And what you just need to do is to come here and click, and you can see here that if you played games before through different get paid to apps and things like that, you will see it's basically the same gaming offers there. In my experience, however, the earnings here are a little bit lower than they are on my top recommended get paid to apps and websites. As for the videos, what you would need to do here, you can see that you will earn between 0.001 and 0.1, so 10 cents for a video. So you need to watch a video ad for 30 to 60 seconds. And the thing is that they don't explain like what would make me earn 10 cents, because 10 cents for one video ad, that would be quite good compared to what you in general can earn by watching videos, whereas 0.001, that would mean it would not really be worth it. But they don't explain what you would need to do to get the highest, but you would just need to click to watch it. I have tested it with several videos. I have not yet experienced to actually get the highest reward, so I have no idea what you would need to do to get that. But right now I just need to watch the ad, so I'll just be back once that's over. And you can see there I watched it and I received 51 points, but you don't really see the value of that. We'll go over the value later when we actually talk about getting paid. But overall, it's spammy ads that are a little bit annoying. It took quite a while. It took definitely 60 seconds, and you don't know what you will earn, so I don't really like that. I think they should just say this is what you get, or if they say there is a range, then at least say very clearly what you need to do to get the highest reward, because I doubt that you will ever get to actually get 10 cents for a video, definitely not consistently. But you know, if you have other experiences, please feel free to share below. But in general, that's not a realistic reward for watching videos inside an earning app or website. But they also do have these other books, for example, and this is also where it can be interesting. Again, you have no idea how much you would earn. They just say again a range, but no information about what you need to do. And then here they have all these quite popular books actually, so you might think like, well, that's quite cool. I wouldn't actually mind to read, for example, Warren Buffett. So you just see like, okay, I will read that. And then you see here that then the requirements is that you would actually need to go through all the so-called chapters. But if I've looked at some of it here, it's basically just, it seems anyways, just like generic AI summaries of some of the ideas of these books, but not actually books. And then when you click to what's the next chapter, then in most cases you see here, then you will have to watch an ad, and it's not like a chapter, it's a tiny little what you call summary or AI written idea about this book, and then you'll have to then click to watch an ad because that's how they make money, and then you can continue. So it really disturbs the reading experience, and it's not very well written in my experience because it's not the actually books, and that's the same with the courses. So that's just something to keep in mind. I'm just trying to close it down here, and you can see then there I received 1 point, only 1 point for that, and I would have to go through 7 chapters there, as you could see, and I wouldn't really earn a lot from it. That's something to keep in mind. There's a little bit more here, but again, and if you actually stop here, you will actually not get any of the earnings if you stop in the middle of a so-called book or course. So really not an effective way to earn, and also not something you really learn a lot from, because it's just not very good material in my personal opinion. If you have another opinion, feel free to share in the comments. This is based on my own experiences and opinion. I just want to make that completely clear. But this is basically how it all works, and when it comes to the surveys, there are just many other better survey apps. I'll leave a link in the top corner to a video I have about my top favorite survey apps, because if you just want to take surveys, then you should just go for the apps that are focused on that and specialized in that. But overall, they have these different options, but you need to be aware that there will be a lot of ads you have to watch. I have even experienced when I tried to go to the payout section that ads would pop up. So it's not only when you try to actually watch these videos and courses and things like that ads would pop up. Sometimes, I have experienced anyways, they also just pop randomly up, and that is really bad for the user experience in my opinion. But let's also just quickly go over how you can actually get paid if you decide to join. And then I will also go over some options that might be better alternatives for you if you want to earn some extra money from your phone. So if you go to your dashboard, you can see your total amount earned. But again, there's no conversion rate written here about how much the points are worth. But as you can see, so far I've only earned 5 cents, and I've watched some videos and done some of these reading and all that before also I actually started recording. So it definitely takes a lot of patience to earn here if you use those methods. And also, it doesn't even say here how much I need to earn. It just says like you reach 1%, but that is not really true, because if you then jump to the FAQ sections, let me just do that, you can then here see that I actually need to earn at least $20 to withdraw. So a quite high payout threshold, especially considering the low rewards. Yes, you can earn more with some of these gaming offers and some of the surveys, but if you want to use those options, why don't just use some of the apps and websites that are specialized in that? That's at least my opinion. These other methods is basically where you just earn by watching ads. If you don't mind that, that can be a way. You just need to do it with the right expectations and be aware that it does not pay a lot, and that you would need to watch a lot of these ads to reach the $20 payout threshold. And you will then get paid via PayPal. So I do like the offer to pay you in cash, and they also do say that once you've actually reached the payout threshold and redeem, they will pay you within 24 hours. Personally, I haven't reached the payout threshold because I have tested hundreds of different ways to make money online, and I can fairly quickly figure out if an app or a website is something I want to invest more time in. And when I know there's so many options, I prefer to just use the ones that I think are really worth it. So that's at least my approach. So as you've seen, Earnne does let you earn by watching, playing and reading, but it's definitely not as smooth or rewarding as it might sound like at first. So between the constant ads and the time it takes to hit the payout threshold, it's not a very efficient way to earn. And therefore there just are better options in my opinion and experience. And if you are looking for a fast and more user-friendly option, a few platforms that I personally recommend are, depending on the earning method that you actually prefer. So if we talk about earning by watching videos, then one option, I actually do have a list of the best options like that on my website. One I just want to highlight is, for example, Pawns, because Pawns, you can just let it run in your background, and whenever you then watch videos, you will actually earn a little bit in the background. But there are also options on this list of platforms where you can find videos and earn. It's in general not an effective way to earn online to watch videos, but this list shows the best ones that I have come across. And when it comes to playing games, I mentioned in the video you that I have seen platforms that pay more for the games that you can play and many of the same offer walls that Earnne offers, and that just pay more. I also do have a list of that on my website. I will leave links to these lists below so you can go and check that out. And finally, if we're talking about getting paid to read, because that's also one of the things that Earnne offers, then in general, it's not a super easy, fast way or anything like that to earn in general, but there are some other options where you can get paid to earn. There is, for example, something like a book browse or online book club where you can get paid to read and review books. I do have a list on my website also here of the best platforms like this that I have come across. Again, the most important thing is that you do it with the right expectations. I will leave links to these lists here below the video, so if you're interested in any of them, you can go there and check that out. And if you in general have any questions or any opinions about Earnne or any questions about making money online in general, just feel free to ask in a comment below and I'll make sure to get back to you. And if the video helped you, also make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.